the currency of this world, and it all comes back again to what you hold in your imagination, what you think about, and the amplification of many people thinking of the same things. And it brings us back to movies. You're always watching people getting tortured and murdered and abused. And it sort of bleeds in, and it pushes the capacity, and it fills up space in your psyche, and it allows less room for amplifying what you want to see more in this world rather than what you're deceived into believing, I would say. Order and chaos. Charles, are you a Rosicrucian yet? I don't know, man. I really do my best to not go down any rabbit holes or even know too much about the rose and the cross. I really go out of my way not to know too much about the War of the Roses and all that stuff, the white and the red rose. I really try not to know too much about that, because just like what I just said, it fills up space in your mind, and you're thinking about secret societies. You know what that does? It makes the things that work to the ends of your doom, it makes these things stronger, and it co-opts your own imagination and expedites uncleanliness. It's, like the noosphere. Everyone thinking, I've been saying it for many years, but there is some people that enjoyed it, but not many people really understand it, is that the world would be cleansed very easily if every living soul in this world was aligned to the same frequency or the same end of purification, the refiner's fire. But it is not such, because of music and Hollywood and news and filth. People's minds get polluted, and their own imagination becomes an amplifier of their own destruction. How else do you say it? It's a very real thing, and what else can you say besides that? It's pretty irrefutable. That's the thing. A lot of the things that I say are rather irrefutable, so I try not to say too many things that are irrefutable, because it's not exactly shotgun shells are bad for your health. Let me put it that way. Let me just put it that way. But it's a real thing. It's the most important thing. What you think and what you imagine and what you pray for and your intention will dictate your thoughts, will dictate your feelings and how you feel. It's not the other way around. How you feel does not dictate your thoughts. It's your thoughts that dictate how you feel, and it's the only power you have in this world. You're going to be breathing whatever is being sprayed around. You're going to be eating whatever is being put into everything that's around you. The clothing that you wear, fabric. I don't remember where it was in the Old Testament. It's a sort of an old style edict on not mixing fabrics in your clothing. So sort of like polyester. It's poly. It's mixed. It's an artificial construction. These things are ancient wisdom. Everything has a frequency, a song, a music. These things add up, and just because they tell you that nothing matters, it doesn't mean it is so. And even the fabrics that you put to your skin are going to have an effect on your body and your soul and your mind. You don't want to believe it? That's fine. But the things that you wash your clothes with are going to have an effect on you. It's just these things, there's a lot of stuff. There are very few things that you have the power to alter. A lot of things you can't escape them. Even if you try to get off the grid. Some bad things can happen to you out there. Or there's things in nature that are sort of artificial. There's all different kinds of things. It's a real thing. And it blew my mind. I forget what book it was. When I was reading some laws or some edicts in there not to mix fabrics or wear different fabrics, I was like, are you kidding me? Ancient wisdom that's been laughed at. No. You do have power, but a lot of things in this world that convince you to abdicate. The biggest power you have is what you think, what you pray for. It's important to remember. It was something, another one of those things that I just don't remember what book it is. I didn't keep any notes or any sticky notes. It's unfortunate, but what can I do? Perhaps it's in Leviticus or Deuteronomy. I didn't keep any notes, so how do I find it? I just got to get some stickies out there. But contaminated fabrics is along the same line of don't wear mixed fabrics, but the instructions on how to discern contaminated fabrics. You know, you get it was a very big thing, and it shattered my soul when I came across it. I wish that I could get to it. You know, I wish that I could get to it. But reading is a whole other topic as well. Lewis, we know, is a bona fide prophet. Very, very real. And there are many. There are a bunch. It sounds like something out of the Detective Brothers. I listened to the Aldous Huxley speeches he did before his demise. No. Didn't he die on the same day as C.S. Lewis and JFK? But I don't know anything more about it. And Aldous Huxley, he always seemed like a rat bag, piece of garbage. So I'm not really big into Huxley and his doors of perception. They lead to heck. I never really liked his textbook, his blueprint to annihilation, which the world follows to this day. Everyone thought it was going to follow 1984, and it did in a lot of ways, but the main thrust of the annihilation is from Brave New World, as you can plainly see. You don't need me to tell you about that. But the contaminated fabrics was important. I just wish I could remember where it was. I didn't take any notes, so I don't even know if I have enough light pointed at me to even read it. It was important because there were fabrics that were to be contaminated. I really need to find it. The important instruction on here was the protocol. Oh, did I put out? It was the protocol. I really wish I could find it, but I'm just gonna have to be paraphrasing. What was important was the protocol to discerning not only fabrics that were contaminated, but fabric itself, whether it be the fabric of your thinking, the fabric of the weights, the scales in your heart, let's say weighing your heart against a feather if you want to get Egyptian about it. Egypt was in North America. No one wants to hear that though. And it was important because there's some steps. Deuteronomy 22:11. Pikachu, thanks for that, pal. Thanks for that, dude. What was it? Oh, listen to me. You sure you know what you're saying? Well, anyway, it's important to have a system in which you understand and are able to identify when something is contaminated, whether it be what you feel or what you're thinking, how your life is going, what you have in your life, the things around you, or maybe even the clothes. Maybe you have leprosy. You know, but it's not exactly about the clothing. It's about what you have inside of you. That everyone has a contamination in some way or another. And if you're blind to identifying when something is contaminated, then your life can be ruined when you don't know something is wrong. And there's a protocol. I just wish I had it. There's a protocol. Let me just see if I can search it up. I wish I had a note in here. How you treat anything is how you treat everything. Let me just say that, okay? But it's important that you have a system to identifying when something is rotten in your life.